Oh, I'm ready. I'm born ready. Are we back? Hello, cyber warriors! If you've been on the outs with my Twitch stream, if you've had me in a tab, if you've had me minimized at the bottom of your lifestyle, I beseech you, return to me, my minions. Let us create beautiful music together. Or passable. Wow, look at my shirt. You can see where I spilled the taco detritus all over it earlier. That was like I do this almost every day. It's like an FU stream moment where the taco is just like, whoop, I'm going to make this awkward for you the entire time because you can, let's draw like a green arrow pointing at the stains on my shirt. I'm the ultimate chaos slob. But this started as a clean shirt this morning, so we're making headway. I'm starting to give a crap about myself, but it's slow going, and I still have backslides. Not literally, that's gross. But I have chutes and ladders moments where I hit a chute, if you know what I mean. Man, this phrasing, Jake, what is with your issues today? All right, we are going to shred right now. Let's make it happen. All right, I'm going to tweet again. Just say we're back. We're back. I took a break to gather my thoughts and rant at a very friendly Robbie and Preston. I'm ready to shred. Aww. Hang on, I'm still typing. I'm not just sitting here just like thinking yet. I'm still thinking while I'm typing, but I see a little bit of pink at the end of my thing. And I'm like, oh, come on, really? Or is it orange? Is it an optical illusion? It seems to be pink in my color scheme at least. The highlight for if it's over. It's -7 right now. Oh, come on. I'm going to have to trim out my guttural growl at the end of that tweet. I don't like to prune out my freaking utterances. Don't make me prune my utterances, dog. We're back, and I took a break to gather my thoughts and rant at a very friendly Robbie and Preston. I'm ready to shred. Let's drift. Man, dude, this is gonna be so rad. I'm so excited. You guys never see me like this. This is the calm before the storm, basically. Like, but there's a crazy. It's like the outer band hits first of the craziness, and then you get into the eye where I'm just like, game over, yeah, and I just don't give a shit about anything. Just like as I'm getting hyped up, charged up to do it. Like the confidence comes in. I know I can do it right now. I just don't know how it's gonna pan out. I know it's gonna happen though. Like talking to the guys has convinced me that and they didn't even really do any like pep talk rah stuff. I was just ranting at them about random stuff. And every now and then, you know, they pretty much either validate what I'm saying or tell me I'm crazy. It's good to have people like that, and they do it to me too, like when they're feeling passionate about something. Like it's a good setup to have. It allows me to focus on the task at hand. All right, let's go back into Ableton. I am ready to shred. Anyway, it's good to rant when you're creative and you're feeling like everything's bottled up and you're stressed out about everything. It's good to have people you can rant off back and forth. It's pretty much necessary. You gotta have your girlfriends or your boyfriends or your gender neutral friends or your alien friends. You always gotta have friends. Whoever you are, whatever you like, you gotta have your crew that you can rant at reciprocally in real life. And if you're too shy, find some other shy people who you can just stare at the floor with. True story. I'm speaking from experience. I've been to MagFest years where we just sat in a hotel room, just kind of like, all right, so what should we do? I don't know. Oh, I got an email. Oh, the other, he's wondering where we're at. Oh. And that's all you do. And it's better than not doing it by yourself in a room, you know? Which is where I would be working on this if I didn't have my cool team around. And I'd be going pretty much stir crazy right now. Every week doing this would be too much. I would have gone nuts by now. So I can vent off steam. And so can they. It's a good setup. And nobody gives a crap. It's like whatever. You know, we're not angry at each other. Or even at our clients. It's like we're not bitching about work. We're just like, man, I gotta get into the mindset where I could get started on this faster. We're like basically talking like you would imagine like Dragon Ball characters talk when they're in the locker room, like, you know, in training. Like they're not talking about butts or anything. Like one of them might be like, "Oh, you see Bulma?" Like, yeah, she's pretty. I wish she would talk to me. You know, that's the locker room talk around here. But it's mostly like, I gotta get back to training. I've discovered some insights about General MIDI. We do a lot of that. It's just like technique wank where we're just kind of like, it's not like practice or anything because it's still valid. We're still having good heart to hearts and stuff, but it's a lot of like, you're formulating your ideas about things that you're going to talk to people about and present and teach maybe. There's a lot of stuff. What's up, Robbie? Do we have a meeting tomorrow? I have cleaning tomorrow at home. Did they call you and confirm? Okay. I don't want to cancel it again because I feel like that's not fair. They don't get paid that week on that project. They're basically taking a loss to do that personally. Aren't they? Or did they get rerouted based on demand? Did they call someone else and fill it in? I would hope so. I don't want those maids to not. So we have a cleaning crew because I can get my apartment clean, but I can't deal with nugget sheds so much. What? Yeah. They were here. Yeah, they were here for hours. Did you not notice? It's pristine right now. You're just taking it for granted now, Robbie. It's gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that floor. Because we've been trudging in and out for. We've been trudgerating in and out for like. Robbie's like taking the cleaning crew for. Anyway, we're employing cleaning crews instead of me buying a few games on Steam each month. I'm putting that into like hiring professionals to clean my shit. So I don't have the perpetual gross dog bachelor pad. I need to like keep that place deodorized and fresh. And I can't keep up with that consistently with Nugget because the day they're done, I have like maybe 48 hours before the floor starts to get hazy with the dog, whatever, detritus, dog particulate with dog. It's the floor. The floors run thick with dog particulate. That sounds like a Terry Pratchett line or something like that. Detritus. It comes from Detroit, Michigan. Thank you, Robbie. Much love. Anyway, I have a lot of fun with these guys, and sometimes it's at the expense of productivity. At the times I want to be productive, like that's a large part of why I don't stream. When I'm like I'm getting ready to stream, and then it's like 4 hours later, it's like gonna stream any minute now, and I'm like outside, like so. So what do you think of this existentialist JRPG? Because it's either that or I go in and I just rant like this for hours and hours and hours in front of a screen while a bunch of people are like, yeah, man, I feel you there. That's crazy time. Or, Jake, get to work. Let's see. Let's check chat. I see a leprechaun. I'm liking life right now. I see the bouncy cube. Pixel cute. Aww. Friends, how many of us have them? I hope all of us. If not, welcome. I'll be your friend. I'm not even joking. I mean, I might not like make you the best man at my wedding or something, or best or my bridesmaid. I want to have both. If I ever remarry, I want to have a bridesmaid and a best man, or not even just have whoever. Like it doesn't matter at that point. It's 2017, and there's just gonna be the ones that are going into court. You know, I'm not doing the whole thing again. A girl can dream. I'll get married in a clown suit at a juggalo convention. No, in a pony gimp suit at a Juggalo convention. I'll do whatever. Back to kids' cartoon music. Guys, my life is chaos. The point is, we ran all day outside so that I can go in and do this. Ah. It might be a little bit late, but watch. As long as we don't freaking go down on the stream after everyone else has passed out. But check this out. Clipping master, he says. All right, here we go. More. Oh yeah, game over, yeah. All right. I know everyone's getting into this like freaking Saturday Night Live groove here, but we're about to take this into the warp dimension. I have to be absolutely in the right state of mind for this. Like this I got to get into the same mindset that I was in when working on Mighty Switch Force and anytime I do complicated electronic production, like that La Pomp track on my SoundCloud, that kind of set where I'm just going crazy with beats and just going absolute intense balls to the wall, just crazy. That's what I got to do on this. It's gonna be, whew, a lot of detail work. I'm trying to think where to start first. Because I can reduce all the rhythm in any part of this to a side element and bring in big beats that come in. Let's go over the exact feedback just to... I'm just like checking all my systems. By the way, short diversion. How would you feel about doing a stream with me? I know it's gauche to ask you on stream while everyone's watching and the pressure's on. That's like proposing in front of a basketball crowd. That, like, I mean, whatever.
What if I don't know? What if I'm not ready?
And then she says no, and it's like, a meme on Twitter or whatever. But like, still, that's kind of like, oof. It puts a lot of pressure on you. But anyway, what do you think about, what does people think? What do people think? That's also what matters, because our viewers should also, but should also want it. What do you think about playing DCS with me and going through manuals and like booting up F-15s and stuff and getting off the ground in them, like with the HOTAS setup and everything, like with Tracker or something, Track IR or whatever it's called. Whatever it's called out loud. I say that a lot with like software. It's like whatever that's called out loud, because I only say it. Windows XP, whatever. Windows NIDFV.
Yeah, I like DCS. I'd love to learn how to get, like, I really do want to get it, or I wanted to get in.
I booted an F-15 once and got it on the runway by following a tutorial, and it took like all day. I had to pause it and like check the next thing and make sure that I got the right button that I'm looking at, like cross-reference it and stuff. We would be fumbling through it, but it would be hilarious.
Oh, it is.
And we'd be able to get it because we're both casual flight sim nerds, which means we're very advanced flight combat game players.
Right.
Right. Like I rip up Ace Combat, right? I love Ace Combat, but like then I go into my Microsoft Flight Simulator and I have to turn on some assist to like not crash my plane. Right. Because I don't have that many flight hours, but I know what all the dials do. Right. I know what almost all the switches do, except the radar. I still got to learn the radar, Yeah. Radar, and then of course targeting in a fighter jet.
Yeah. I mean, I can get it off the ground in the air and land it relatively in one.
I think if we did a show like that, I think that would be super unique and freaking awesome. I'm sure there's people who do flight sims on. We're not the only people doing flight sims on stream, but it's the only one that we're doing.
I mean, I'd love to.
We're not doing any of their flight sims on stream right now.
Yeah. Well, I've wanted to do Elite Dangerous.
Let's get X50, whatever we want to get. Let's both get the same one, and let's just play it on stream together. Like, let's be commanders. Let's form a wing.
Okay.
I never imagined I would do that in real life. We could have like patrons or just people who play and want to join us. Like be in our wing and just go around on space adventures. Like,
dual Vipers
there's no reason we can't do game streaming. Like, but it can be games that are like nerdy, like in the way that we like the way you guys are doing Warhammer. I don't have to tell you, preaching to the choir. The point is, like, that's what I think I want to target like farm sim people. I want to play farm sim. Imagine me playing farm sim. I'm like crazy. I'll do weird shit randomly that for no reason. That just like it's fun. Like I just want to try it and see what happens with the physics when you do that. There's a lot of streamers that do that kind of stuff, but I have a weird Jake flavor to me that I think would at least be not like it's like cringy, but not like not unwatchable kind of deal. Yeah. Like I'll tune in if like the next best guy isn't on right now. Yeah. Like I don't mind. At least they're not like dropping N-bombs and being like, sexist, yeah. While like advertising a product that I don't care about, Not to diss any streamers, I'm not making any veiled references because I just don't know. I'm not in the scene enough because like, I just haven't entered that world. But I don't want to become that person, like that archetype that every streamer would hate, Yeah. Would resent, just being a jerk. You don't want to be a jerk. Don't be a jerk. Every streamer I've met has been super chill. Like the big ones, the small ones, everyone who's streaming is like an outgoing kind of person because they're on camera like talking about stuff.
Yeah.
You know, even if they just play let's plays, long plays, and they don't even talk, like that still requires you to be exposed to people who are like potentially judging you.
Yeah.
Like that takes a certain type of like you gotta develop that social ability to do that and not lose your shit and freak out. Anyway.
Alright. So I have a question.
Yo.
If you don't mind. So let's say like you were going to do a remix. What would you usually start with?
Any kind of song?
Yeah, like just any song. Like
it totally depends on the style of music, and more than that, which sort of subgenre or like where the emphasis is placed in the song. There are songs that are just like, all right, to break it down as an ultra basic example, think of the underground music in Super Mario Brothers 3 for NES. Right? Right? So what do you do the bass of the drums first? In that case, if I were writing that song, drums. I would do the drums first. Because the bass doesn't come in until later and the drums are just going.
Right.
And also it's in that case important it's a known melody, so it's got to be in the right place anyway. You can't really funk it up beyond its normal funkiness if you're doing it straight like that. Just quoting the melody from right? So it's a pretty much straight cover at that point. So the only place you have to really funk it up is the drums. So you're going to want to get those as good as possible. Right. And I think that's what they did. Huh. So I don't think they were like do. Or maybe they wrote that first because it's easy. I don't know. But I would have wrote the drums first, for sure. But in an average track, it really depends what the focus is. Like that, you know, it depends. Yeah. It depends a lot on context.
Yeah, because when I think of it, I think of the melody and the drums accent that.
They say your mic is low.
Oh, I'll go check.
T-Mad said.
I'll go skip over there.
T-Mad told me your mic is low. Turn it up a notch or fall.
Going to turn up my mic, you know.
Amp the shit up so they can hear.
Low.
And then you get your ass in here. So we can make a remix. Remix. It's like a freaking gospel thing. A remix. Remix of the song. Remix. The tambourine. Yeah, that would be dope. Maybe I'll get bored one day and just go back and skim through all these random like freaking dumb riffs and like make them into a thing. Oh, did you turn me up?
I think so, a little bit.
Oh man, last thing people need is to hear more Jake. More Jake.
More Jake.
How's everyone feeling right now? Like right now, not just today in general, but like, how are you feeling at this moment in time? What are your mental vibes? Are you feeling the cosmic reggae? Or are you in a sea of...
Who knows?
Emotional snakes wriggling around and making you feel gross. I get both ways sometimes. That's okay.
Could also be because like I'm far away from the receiver, so we'll see.
Sometimes both at once.
Yeah.
What's up?
Might be because I'm just far away from the receiver, but whatever. I'll speak up a bit. How about that?
Wait, does it work that way? Do you lose distance with power? With I mean, of course you do.
No,
distance fall.
I turned it up on the mixer.
Did you turn it up? Are you clear now?
Yeah, I'm clear.
Are people liking how you're sounding?
So.
I hope so. The beautiful.
They are. I hope they can hear what I'm saying.
Beautiful bass baritone drawl.
Yeah.
Things are cool. Preston's here. Yeah.
Cool.
We got to do voice acting. We got to do like our own skits and stuff. That's one of the things we were ranting about when we were taking our break.
Yeah, more skits.
So I took 20 minutes and not 5. Welcome back, Mint Potion. I'm gonna write music. I'm ready to shred. Let's get this done.
Let's shred this.
Okay, let's make it happen. I feel like I'm about to like launch a flight sim jet. I'm probably gonna crash, but it's okay because I can reload. It's not like a real life dying.
Right.
but it's still like you want to get it right, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to have to futz around with the settings and like recalibrate your joystick and like read up what that gauge does because you weren't paying attention in flight school, nugget.
Yeah. Air Force pilots, but nugget.
Oh man, sorry, I'm stretching. I'm getting into that stretch zone. I did the same thing last night. We should do a supercut of all of my stretch routines.
Yeah.
And then do like a Aphex Twin Rubber Johnny style, just like fast speed deformation video of me just going. Here's one. My spine is feeling the strain of 10,000 years of consecutive music work. Stuck in this cave. Doing for free what they would not pay me to do. Until they did. And yet I toiled. Doing exactly the same thing, but now somehow living outside of my dad's house. Word to your mothers and fathers. But still, I toiled ever onward to make this funky jam for your decadent ears. Finely honed palates. Tasty jams. Let's make it happen. I'm just trying to think of a jumping off point. That's the hardest part. Once you've jumped in the pool, it's like on. You'll see me transform into a freaking zombie immediately, and I'll just be just like, you've seen it happen. You've all seen it happen. Anyone who's watched the stream before, there's that moment, but I haven't had it yet. I gotta get it. You gotta charge up your key. We were like, I gotta start on that. Got the whole MIDI in there.
The whole dang thing. Just sitting there waiting.
Or maybe not. Maybe it's just one track. Who cares? That may be the one I need anyway. Yeah, I don't think it's the drums and everything. Or unless it is. Let's look at it. Yeah.
Looks awfully busy.
It's just the synth. It's just one part.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember this part.
I played in it. Most of the notes of that, I copy pasted some of it. That looks like some kind of like genetic readout pattern or like an alien communication. It looks really trippy. What do you think? Mr. Gar's like, I don't believe it. We've got a signal from space. Or
it's broken and fragmented.
Yeah. It's like the music box of
then you find
like
out like
a hard drive.
Some kind of box of Cracker Jacks has the cipher or the key for it.
That's just one channel. That's the piano.
Yeah, that unlocks it. Yeah.
Chaos. Okay, chaos. That's what this is right now. I gotta import the entire MIDI file though, not just one channel of it. What happened? I'm gonna just start 16 MIDI channels. 16 channels. In my Ableton file. Insert MIDI track. Well, if I drag it down here, it'll create new tracks. Let's just insert a track as padding. Man, finickiness of software never fails to amaze me. Here it is. Create all these tracks, dog. No, I don't want to. Don't show again. Don't ever talk to me. There. I think it did it. There. Yeah, that's everything. But that's all, folks. But that's the beginning. So I have all the MIDI parts in archive, so I can copy them into modern sounding synths if I need to. But as we know, sometimes I do things by ear and layer over the top, just so I can give it that extra polish. No, it's just because I'm insecure about my bass line and I want to remake it and make it better. Because I could do it better now. Make it more groovy, more heavy hitting. But this isn't just making it more impactful. I did that yesterday with the orchestra hits and stuff, and they're like, it's good, but like we want to take it absolutely over the top and just make it totally insane. Yeah. Here's what just the piano sounds like. It's not just the piano. It's like a pop piano.
Right.
Let me put a piano instrument on it. It doesn't. I don't think it makes a VST instrument. If I do this in Cubase, it loads up a copy of Halion SE with the general MIDI mode enabled just for that one sound. So if it's a 16 channel file, it's 16 copies of the VSTI, which is what I'd have to do here anyway. But I have many more tracks than that, that lie in waiting. This is probably going to be a 50 tracker at least. Maybe I'll keep it around 35, 40, something like that. But it can go up to 100 like easily in the blink of an eye because you layer synths like 4 deep and just make different presets to make a big additive. You just like a thing that just kind of just comes out of nowhere and it's a big enveloping chord. It's just this
really
giant mega preset,
Yeah, you really start mixing your colors, huh?
It's like instead of using a waveform like a square wave or a sawtooth wave or like noise or something like that as the input of a synthesizer, you're using an entire preset and just mixing that with another preset and another until it becomes something totally new.
Right.
It's like how Vince DiCola can combine a xylophone and a synth lead and make a totally different sound that you'd never recognize by itself, but you'd recognize them together as his sound,
Right.
It's making presets instead of using them unimaginatively to avoid doing stuff. It's using them as the basic building blocks of building a giant additive complex of timbres. So you get one that sounds good in the buzzy range. You get one that sounds good in the belly range. You make your own all the time. You buy cool new packs and stuff. You just basically amass a whole bunch of different sounds you can try out. That's why I love General MIDI so much because it's you can just try stuff risk free. You just load it up and see what it sounds like. Presets are cool like that. Yours and others. You don't always have to start from scratch with your synth sounds. You don't have to program everything. You can use factory ones all the time. I do constantly in my music, but not only. Like I use my own stuff and then stuff that I've downloaded and bought. Like it's a whole big mix. I love programming synths, but I don't have time to do it in every song.
Yeah.
I gotta go to my go-tos.
Yeah.
See what sounds good. Maybe a thing that sounded weak in another track like sounds awesome in this one.
Right.
And then I can layer it with something else. So you really quickly run up to 100 tracks. It gets really crazy once I get going. Wow. I keep saying I'm ready to shred, and then I keep going off on a tangent. I'm like, really? No, it's fine. Give me my give me my vaccine shot. No, but really, doctor, I got to tell you about this one time I was playing golf.
I'm just gonna noodle around this until something.
That's how I was when I was 6. I was like, oh, but no, let me tell you this thing about Nintendo. Really, no, Zelda. You go anywhere. You don't even know how to get into level 6.
That was the 3rd time
You gotta figure it out. You gotta
Ocarina of Time.
Beat the horse guys until you figure it out. So, you get the white sword, it helps you out a little bit, and the doctor's like, all right, hold still. And I'm like, no, but listen. Hyrule.
Not really sure. You're gonna have to.
Oh, yeah. All right. Okay. All right, let's do this. Come on. Let's play piano.
Oh, yes. Play
plugins.
Piano.
I'm going to call up a true pianos. It's just a plain old piano. POP. I'm going to put a pop on this. It's a pop filter. Oh, yeah. Ooh, dynamics. Boy, do I need a Yeah, dude, that's gonna be the throwdown moment. But I gotta have it really intense at the start too.
That's really neat.
No dynamics. Oh man. It was in a synth voice, so you didn't need those, but it doesn't translate well to piano though. It will though when I get a sidechain on it. Cynical. That's how we get the job done. Oh! kill me. Oh geez, FML. All right. Oh geez, FML. How the song ends. I gotta kick it off with the maximum intensity. It can't be just a sparse. It can't start like that. All right, I gotta put the.
So the bass has gotta come first. It's gotta come first. Yeah.
Like some kind of like cool ass Daft Punk funk going on in there at the beginning, and then it turns into pop music like really fast, which is almost the same thing. Like these days, all of your club bangers with the risers and shit, I could do a riser. I could do all kinds of stuff in there. I don't want to do a riser if I can avoid it, but there's going to be a progressive buildup of intensity at some point, like a snare roll or something.
Oh, of course.
I got a bunch of snare roll samples that are ready to go that are awesome, that I could chop up and make customize into whatever triplets I need, or building block kind of stuff, construction kit stuff. I got a bunch of drum loops that I can like cycle through and find a good like rhythmic hook.
Yeah.
And just chop out that part and EQ out the rest, so it's just like the jangliness on the top end.
Yeah.
I do the same thing with drum loops as I do with presets. I combine like 10 of them. Like they all layer together, but I chop out bits and pieces of each one to make a Franken loop.
A Franken loop?
Yeah. So you use it as a drum kit at that point.
Right.
Like you could chop it up into slices. You take an amen break.
Even the Schwanstucker?
Yeah. That's the amen beat. So I can be like, you can do all kinds of like beat munching with once you slice it into slices. Ah, man. Imred says, is that how I pronounce that? Imred? Yemred? How do you pronounce that? I want to make sure I'm right. Man, it says, man, watching you make music is so different from how I do mine. It's almost embarrassing on my part. Your way sounds so much more professional and intentional. Mine's just yay doing music because blank, 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 question mark. Just because. That's why I've always done it, though. It's just I've been doing it forever. Like, if you keep doing it long enough, you're going to be, like, super comfortable. You'll be set in your ways, but always, like, looking out for the next thing, You'll have a way of getting things done. And at that point, you just start to get, like, whatever. I'm just going to set up all this stuff. Like whatever. I've had to do this, like, 3,000 times.
Put my pickle over there.
In some form, literally, I've written thousands of songs over the years, and I'm just used to the just whatever humdrum like procedural stuff. I don't even care about technique at this point because who cares? I'm gonna have to do the same thing in the next one. It's not really gonna improve the sound. I'm just gonna have to make a couple dozen more clicks to get the export done. like whatever. I got bigger fish to fry. Like how I'm gonna improve this musically. I don't have to think about like how the tracks are named or what's grouped together or anything like professional level like project management. I'm not here to teach the tools. I'm here the how. I'm here to teach the why and the doing it, like showing you how it's actually done by a person who knows how to do the proper stuff, but is just like, whatever, let's get her done. Let's just improvise. Let's see where let's get lost in the forest. This is why I like Zelda, because and open world games in general, you just walk in a direction and something's gonna happen. Like it's inevitable. There's planned encounters, and that seems like that happens in my head too. As soon as I get my juices flowing, as soon as I get my my gears turning, it's gonna crunch on somebody's finger or something eventually, and they're gonna scream in like a B flat.
You're gonna be walking into a club or something in France in like 2012. The song will hit you.
Right, you never know what's gonna trigger it, but being around absurdity and like funny stuff and just like laughing a lot and like talking with people and like just being like enjoying your life is a really good way to kickstart that process. So if you want to be a professional composer, step one is getting happy.
Yeah, be happy.
Because if you're stressed out all the time, you're gonna fail.
Yeah, no stress.
I'm stressed all the time, but it's like it's not like unmanageable at this point. Like I'm handling it basically, but it's still there, and I'm still doing stuff like 1 a.m. sprees when I need to get this done in the morning, Like if I were a producer, I'd be sweating bullets watching like me rant about horseradish sandwiches, on stream while I'm like, it's the same song. You haven't done anything to it. What are you doing? Ah! What I'm doing is like I'm thinking of all the permutations of what I want to drag onto this thing because it's gonna go so fast once it starts going. I can't. Once I commit to a direction, it's really hard to change course, and like I'm gonna have to throw a bunch of stuff away if I want to take a really different approach later. So I have to like figure out exactly where I want to take this from the start. Because there's a lot of moving parts, and I gotta sort of like audition each one, but all together.
Did you already check the notes, or did you already check your email? You were saying you were gonna check what they said or something. Did you already do that? Did I miss that part?
What's up?
You said you were gonna check like what they said.
Yeah, I didn't do that yet.
Did I miss that part totally?
No, I immediately got sidetracked onto something else.
Got sidetracked?
Dude, I'm in like
it wasn't me then. Okay.
Loco mode right now.
Okay.
Holy crap!
I was just wondering.
Let me open up my Gmail, and I'm gonna reread the email because I've read it like 50 times already. But I want to like canceled music call for tomorrow for today. We don't have a music meeting later at like 10 a.m. or whatever.
Right.
Like to do spotting session because there's not a new episode yet, so I can get ahead of everything else too. So
yeah.
And now I have time tonight to make this guilt free because I know I'm gonna work on Necro tomorrow and like Octo and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be able to make everyone happy, hopefully, by shredding and just hustling the entire week. I gotta just keep it going. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Sunday.
And then I rested on Sunday.
Everybody rests on Sunday. You gotta get your waffles.
I gotta get waffles in me.
Yeah.
I gotta get some Nordic Flex or whatever.
Yeah. Some nugget time and open up Wikipedia and you'll be fine.
Gotta get on my foam roller and just like work all the stuff out of my back and just do all the freaking awkward dad yoga poses. Oh yeah. But I gotta hustle every other day leading up to that. I gotta get all this stuff done. I gotta get it all done. It's gotta get done, and it's gotta get done well. It's gotta be really good. Yeah. Like some of my best work has to go into this. I just gotta keep going because it's been a while already. Like I'm nearing the end of the gigantic work spree.
Yeah.
As soon as I get caught up on those 2 projects and they're done, and everyone's happy, I don't have anything else on my plate other than OKKO each week, so I can like take that in stride and like do cool stuff for a minute. Shovel Knight will come back, but as long as I'm not overloaded, we can do our stuff here, get stuff back on track, get New Ren going. I'm so excited. It's so close.
Yeah.
But it's been so long. It's been like over a year now. I've been just absolute hell crunching, and you guys have seen it. A lot of you have been around for it, but I've been on stream for a lot of it lately. So it's almost over. So it's so close.
It's like baseball. It's like a baseball season. It's like a marathon.
Yeah. I don't want to see projects as just, things I got to knock over before I can rest. That's like a resentful kind of way to look at it. But I want to be finished with all the things so that I will have finished all of the things I said I would do, like for clients right now. I'm caught up at that point. And then we can launch into our own stuff. I'm going to create new work for myself. I'm not going to rest, but I could take like a week off or something like that at that point and not feel like I'm screwing someone over.
Well, it's an adventure. You got to have your trials and tribulations.
Yeah. I can take just a bit to just chill out for a minute, maybe have a little bit of summer fun, go to the beach or something like that. I can live a little bit. Not too much, because I still got a lot of stuff to do. I don't want to get complacent, but I do need some sunshine eventually. It's like, even the vampire has to go, get some UV tan.
Yeah, I know, right? He's got to put a sheet in his...
Yeah.
A nice clear sheet on his window instead of black it out.
Yeah.
A little soft light.
Yeah. So I'm still stalling for time, yet more. I've begun chopping it up and stuff and doing, the MIDI preparation and stuff. Getting stuff grouped. I still haven't read the... Oh, man. There's so much email I gotta look through. Yeah. I gotta go. So I gotta spend like 8 hours on a weekend or something just going through email. Going through email. All right. Because I responded to Toby when he gave me the feedback, and he wrote paragraphs of text. I'm not gonna read it. It's it's confidential stuff for the show because it's got specific markers in it that you know. And besides, I'm not gonna read you the email any other thing, but I'll paraphrase by saying like he's like it's really really good, like it's really awesome, but like we want to take this time to make it even more awesome, and like and here's how I think we might be able to do that. But so I wrote a response to it already, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this whole thing where it's a Prince song that never existed, and I'm just doing a modern remix of it. And he's like, yeah, that's awesome. This sounds excellent, but I kind of like need to go back over the part where he's like telling me what he wants to hear.
Right.
You know, because I think they're the same thing, and I want to make sure.
Yeah, you gotta make sure they line up.
I want to make sure I don't underemphasize some element of it that I'm putting in.
Right.
That he would be like, yo, turn that part up. Yeah. You know, I want to make sure I'm getting the right mix because I think we're on the same level. Once he mentioned the word EDM, I realized I can do all kinds of aggressive synth sounds on this and go just raw.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the rawest sounding thing I've done in a long time. I haven't gone raw in a while. I haven't done any dubstep. I haven't done drum and bass. I haven't done any kind of like modern popular electronic music.
So like that, like
anything you'd see on Beatport, like anything like
80s synth, snappy type of Prince. You know, whereas like, whereas his tone or his, that was it. Oh, what's that song? It goes dun 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 dun, right, or something like that. Oh man. Well,
he does a lot of like pitching up snares.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like. No, what I'm gonna do is just turn it into super hyper aggressive like heavy beats. I gotta find a heavy kick. I gotta find heavy snares. Like do claps, do some 909s probably. I don't know if I want to go for 909s. I might want to do something totally new. Electronic drum sounds, because that's done a lot too. It's like not really a drum machine sound. It's just it's a synth that has white noise, and it's the hi-hat. Like that's what they use is just white noise.
Right.
And it's shaped to be instead of it's not like a hiss. Sorry if I just blew anyone's eardrums out. I don't know if that whistles through it didn't hear, but it might on the stream after compression artifacts. We artifacting like some Indiana Jones. We need to make today's music and triplets and everything all over the place. We're gonna make some today's music. Make today's music. Do do do. Yeah, do I want to go tropical or do I want to go see there's so many ways you could take this. Do I want to go tropical like Space Cuba style on it? But I'm not going to just do a Space Cuba redux. That's pointless. Why would I do that? I did that like 4 years ago. I got to do something new. But that doesn't count out using the wonderful music of Latin America, which is as a Jew raised in Miami, I don't even feel appropriate of using because I grew up with freaking salsa music and merengue. Like that was at all the parties I went to as a kid. Like straight up, that's my music too. I'm claiming that, even if it didn't come from my ancestors. Like that's what I grew up with.
That's part of your culture.
Yeah,
man.
I'm not claiming to be Cuban, but I'm claiming Cuban music as my childhood music. You know.
Yeah, man.
And Dominican music, that's the merengue sound.
Yeah.
That
it influenced you when you didn't know any better. When you were just innocent. Yeah.
The stuff that sounds like it's like a Chihuahua dancing. Like this sounds terrible, but I mean the small dog. I don't mean Hispanic people. That phrasing, Jake. I just mean like a tiny dog just dancing around crazy, like having Adderall in them, and just people just listen to it when they're chilling in Miami. They just put that stuff on in their car when they're sitting in traffic. It's just like, I'm sure there's been a stand-up comedian that has done that like way better justice than me, but it's a true thing that actually happens. Like they listen to some crazy energetic, like coffeeed up music down there.
Oh yeah.
And it's good ass stuff. It's great. And so I learned about Latin percussion and stuff just growing up. It's just what I grew up with. Like it's my thing. Like It's not from my, it's from my people in my community, like where I grew up as in elementary school onward,
Mi familia.
So I love putting Latin influences and stuff because it just feels like it fits with my natural groove, What I'm thinking of in my head has got a lot of that, freaking Miami Sound Machine sound, the Gloria Stefan stuff. Feel like just
Well, what is that? What is the steel drums? Steel drums would also be kind of bonkers.
That would turn it into like the Predator sound, the Commando soundtrack.
Right.
That sort of like 80s tropical vibe. We're going on a plane somewhere.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. But that's not that's not energetic enough for this. Like, I'm not gonna put steel drums. It's too tropical. Like that's like tropical Skittles. Like I just want it like a bit of a hint of tropical flavor.
Yeah.
By way of like
a dash of.
Well, by way of Latin American and beyond, maybe Arabic and African percussion instruments in the form of loops.
Oh yeah.
You can drop in Brazilian stuff. You drop in freaking tango stuff. It doesn't matter if it sounds dope when you're playing it fast over a dope beat. It works. It doesn't matter. There's no right way to do this. You just layer stuff until it sounds dope. You keep adding stuff until you're just like, oh my god, I love it. And then you hit send. And then they're like, thanks for getting it done in time. You really put in a lot of effort. And I'm like, yeah, but I ranted for like 8 hours instead of working. I had to get to the point where I could do it though. I'm going to get there pretty soon. I'm just like,
I got a snake in my boot.
There's a lot of potential here.
Yeah, pretty nuts.
There's a lot of pressure on it.
What other parts of it are tickling your fancy? I like it.
All right, so let me look at the feedback finally. Yeah, man, Miami bass is my jam. That's what I grew up with. Every youth fair, every time I went outside in a social setting, that was what was playing. Power 96. DJ Laz on the Wheels of Steel. Gonna spin all the latest music for you. They didn't call it Miami bass or electro or anything like that, freestyle, anything like that. No. They just called it music. They just played it. It's party jams, 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Power 96.5. Like, and then it's just like straight up like freaking Miami bass comes on. Party rap. Two Live Crew. We gotta have a Two Live Crew of like vegetables. I like some broccoli. Somebody bring it to me. I wanna eat broccoli 24/7. Wanna eat broccoli? I'm in heaven. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get that broccoli on the floor. Feed it to me. If it ain't been there for more than 5 seconds. Cause I like broccoli. I like broccoli. I like broccoli. Oh, I like broccoli. The Two Live Crew of vegetables. These ideas are just kind of like draining pitifully out of my head as I'm just like, it's like getting water out of your ear after you go swimming, It's like the really dumb ideas. I'm trying to wring all the moisture out so that I can wrap this beautiful song up without it getting soggy. Which is the least I could do on an Italian sandwich, right?
Yeah, at the very least.
Dressing on the side?
Yeah.
I've been griping about this all week. I'm really sore. I'm salty. I'm butthurt.
Oh, you gotta just put it on the side, right?
Yeah, and I don't feel bad about saying butthurt because it really hurt my butt.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. Yeah.
You don't want to sog up your sandwich, dog.
No.
Put the dressing on the side if it's delivery.
Yeah.
Even the sauce, the marinara, like it's gonna soak through the bread. It's gonna turn into like a wet suspended matrix of like, it's like damp paper towel at that point, wrapped around bologna and lettuce. Like F you, dog.
Yeah.
Put that shit on the side.
Yeah.
I mean, I said put it on the side, but they put it on the inside and the outside of the bread.
Okay.
So it's just everywhere. I pick up the bag. It's like, leaking on Nugget's face. He's just like,
Right.
he's trying to get at it, but it's like on his cheek. He's like, oh, like it was this pandemonium. Pizza pandemonium. Pizza place pandemonium. Man, I want to order a pizza right now, but it's 1 a.m.
1 a.m.
It's okay. It's all right, because I'm going to write this song all night. It's all okay. It's all night, because I'm going to write this song all night. Sorry, guys. I'm absolutely insane right now. I'm like charging up my maximum insanity lasers. Like, I don't know if that's okay to say no, it's not okay to say I'm charging my laser. That's like one of those memes that's gonna...
You're charging your laser?
Yeah, that's Chan trash.
There's gonna be a GIF made out of that.
Which I love, but it's problematic, and I understand why. So I'm not gonna go there. It's like saying master race, like PC master race. You can't really do that right now because there's actual Nazis that consider themselves the actual master race.
Yeah, and they use PCs, and it's awful.
They use PCs, and they say PC master race on forums also.
And it's like a double.
But they're not joking.
Speak. Yeah, and they're just like, come on, guys.
But not everyone does. But you don't want to be like, So I don't even use master race anymore on stuff. It's just, I think you got to learn what's okay and what pisses people off and grinds their gears. I don't want to be that guy where it's like, man, I love his streams, but why does he have to say those things? Like,
why does he gotta say stuff, man?
Why does he gotta go there and just like, he's kind of gross as a person because of this,
thing and
knowing refusal to, care about what people think, That's how a lot of radio hosts stay in business. They just don't give a shit what people say. They just let it roll off of them and preach every day. Yeah. But I just want to preach beats and make people's butts move.
Well, let's make their butts move. Left and right, right and left and right.
But there's plenty of more things to have fun with that don't make anyone feel bad. And one of them is about to be this song. The only way it's going to make you feel bad is by the sore muscles you're going to have the next morning. And that's not supposed to sound gross or dirty phrasing, Jake, again. That just means from dancing it off. Getting down. This is a kid's show. I'm not trying to be sexy. I'm trying to be funky. And everybody can be funky. They're like, make it sexy, but they mean in the aesthetic way, but it's not like, because Prince. But also because today's music is like, it's got a beat. It's good. You can groove to it. It's energetic. So, we're going to integrate some dramatic building beats during the beginning and the extended scenes of character and character doing a thing between scenes X and Y to Z. We can see that they are moving to a beat. It can be X in Y that whole time. Everyone in the cartoon moves to beats all the time in the music. Like, it's always synchronized. Like, when there's anytime people are like stepping and having any kind of contest, like fighting stuff is happening, the music is always synchronized to the beat is like their feet when they're running, da 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 da. Like it lines up a lot. Like,
oh, good.
So this has got to basically line up like it already does structure wise to where they're. Yeah. I gotta view it in context in the scene again. I'm gonna load Cubase back up one more time. One more time. Load it back up. Taking it into the future. Load Cubase back up. And load the project right now. Solos, pianos, sketch piano. Loading all of the channels right now.
I always wish they would put in like a joke line, Scanning internet history.
Yeah.
What?
Scanning in the Cubase, scanning internet, sending report home about your behavioral patterns. Why do you browse so much videos about train?
What is this?
It's all in broken English, The show gets to be a music video for the music. Sick. Yeah, a lot of the times they don't make the animation around the music, but they did for the intro. They actually animated to the time and the pace of the song, which is so ridiculous. It's so good. It's so good. I can't believe that happened. But that doesn't happen on every episode. It's usually the song is more or less, but the characters sort of like there's a tempo to every scene. And when the characters hit on the beat and everything they're doing, it can be a half a second, so 120 beats a second will get you a lot of stuff that's like right on. Different animators have different styles and different tempos that they work with. Every animator has a beat to their animation, like a sense of timing and weight. And you try to keep it consistent on a show like this because you have a model. You have it's got to be but they're fast and loose with physics and stuff, so they have fun. They don't always like conform to a model on animation stuff.
Yeah,
they'll just kind of just go nuts. So it has a timing to it. It's very much like the original. You remember Black and White Merry Melodies?
Yeah.
When it was like Bosco in there and stuff, and those were all done to a grid, to a click track. Like the animation was synchronized to a BPM.
Right.
And the music would play exactly in sync with everyone walking. Do 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 do. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello to you, my friend. Do do. And then you go doop 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 doop, and then like the little spider like walks in, dun, 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 dun. Like it's always totally freaking synchronized, and I miss that. I want to do an episode of OKKO like that. So if the creators are still there late at night watching for some reason and haven't gone to sleep yet, go to sleep if you haven't yet. If you're still watching, I'm gonna get. I'm sorry I didn't submit this for approval yet.
Oh my gosh.
I'm getting uninsane right now. I went nuts thinking about this all day. And then I'm just now getting down to brass tacks because it's like unbelievably. There's so much energy in this. I gotta get it. I gotta get it out properly. Oh, it's a tall order, but it's worth it. It's the best kind of challenge. Is one that pushes you further beyond what you thought were your limitations. Because I didn't think I could make it funkier than that. And then once he sent that email, it's like inspirational Jerry Bruckheimer music intensifies. And I'm just like, I could do this. I got this. I can make it even more intense. I could train harder. I can go to hyperlight mode. But I don't know how to get there. I just got to like mill around and rant until I get there. It happens all the time. It always happens before the deadline. It's just a question of how far before the deadline. It always happens before in advance. Every now and then I just melt down and I feel like an anxiety attack, like a legit panic attack coming on. And then I'll just go home and I'll make an excuse and I'll say, "Hey guys, I was not feeling well yesterday," and that's the truth. It's not. It's an excuse, but it's the truth. And I'll But I try to minimize that because I don't want people waiting on me, especially for something time sensitive like this. So I'm hoping that the muse visits me soon. Fully, like lands. She's like circling around in her jet. I know she's blaring the music from her loudspeaker, taunting me. Yeah. She's got a speaker mounted outside of her time traveling device.
Yeah.
And she hates it when I call it a time car. Anyway, she's blaring it out the speaker, and I need her to come down and like put headphones on me. Put some headphones on me. Put some headphones on me. Oh God. Oh, the most humorous moment of the night. My funny bone, ladies and gentlemen. Like does like a sniper elite like X-ray of my nerve going as it gets crushed and like shredded under that. I'm like, oh.
Like lightning bolt symbols.
Oh, welcome to my life. What was I doing in this project in the first place? I opened it for a reason. I'm going back into Cubase. Yeah, and then I immediately forgot what I was doing in there. Oh, I'm watching the video. I need to see the pacing of what they're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Because I pretty much understand fundamentally, but I need to time it to that so that it swells at the right moment, where they feel the action would be most appropriately accentuated by swelling drama in the beat and an intensifying bass line. Deeply engrossing.
You're gonna play video?
Yeah. Not on the stream though. Okay. I gotta play it for just me. Okay. I gotta look at it and see what they're talking about. I did this earlier and I'm spacing on it, so. All right, let me look at the numbers, the scene numbers to look at. It's not showing on the stream. I always got to double.
Oh, you want me to black it out?
No, because it's not on the stream. It's not visible to the audience.
I see.
Audience can't see.
Audience can't see. Haha, top secret.
Top secret, and you can't hear the dialogue either.
Wow.
Boom! But you will soon. Apparently, this summer. That's the last I heard.
Yeah.
I can't say when. I can't say exactly what month or what date or what time or where it's going, what it's next to,
or even what region.
I can't say anything about the details, but I don't know them myself. So I know it's this summer though. Because they're not quite, they're always in TV land. Like everything is pretty much up to whatever. They may have to put on a special or something. Like anything can be up in the air,
Yeah, they could be like, you know what? We'd rather do a whole season of Family Ties.
Oh man, I want to do a go back and rescoring of an entire season of Family Ties.
That would be amazing.
With like really epic, heartfelt, orchestrations.
Yeah.
That complement what's already there.
Yeah. What a great show.
I wish I could just clone myself at random and just like go do that now, because I want to go do that now. Write music for Family Ties. Whew. Okay, so the extended scenes of X and Y doing a thing. Specifically scenes 152 through 156 and 157. We can see that the beat is evident in the animation. It's building in intensity the entire time. Build and build, raising tension until the first explosion when X does his Y in scene 157. From there, it's just about keeping the tension and drama heightened. It's possible that this tweak can have a feel that borders on some dubstep/EDM vibes, if you think that'll work. Oh yes, I do. But not dubstep, EDM. Dubstep is like a couple years ago now.
Yeah.
You're doing something step maybe, and maybe you're still doing some straight up dubstep, like whatever, more power to you. But if you wanna have kids going, damn, it's gotta have that funk. The funk is getting in. It's going in. I think Ian, JQ, and Toby and the whole team there are like maybe a little bit prescient in terms of like what's gonna be the cool thing in this coming few years of like what is the cool trend of like it was the 80s for a while and now it's like it's starting to become 90s stuff, and this hits in the best possible way, like in the same kind of way that Shovel Knight hits the Mega Man vibe and the NES days.
Yeah.
Like I feel like this hits 90s cartoon culture in like a really 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 cool way that's not like, it doesn't feel pandering. It feels like, man, I'm trying to get emotional about this too, so I can channel that. That's my second attempt, is basically like, if just willing myself into like Super Saiyan mode isn't going to happen, I need to like remind myself how much I love this project and how actually legit good it's going to be when it's airing on TV. Like, I'm so hype about it. Like, I think about it all the time when I'm just like the plot as a fan. I'm like, I wonder what's going to happen with, this character and that character. Oh man, I don't know yet. Some of the people working on it don't know yet. It's still in progress. That's the most amazing part. It's like, I can't watch the next episode because it hasn't been made. I haven't done the music for it yet. No. It's nice to be a fan of the thing you're working on. And I didn't start out that way for OKKO. I liked it, but I wasn't like, this isn't my kind of show that I would watch as a, like, I wouldn't seek this out and voluntarily watch it as like a thing that I would, at the beginning. But once I started working on it and I started seeing the characters developing and stuff, I'm like, oh, no. Like in the first episode even, I had only done shorts that were like quick short, the shorts that are out there right now.
Yeah.
And based on those, like it's the best thing I've ever worked on animated. Like it's the coolest thing I've worked on yet, but it's not the kind of thing where I would like be, it's more oriented towards like a different, like I don't watch a lot of cartoons basically.
Right.
But towards people who are into cartoons and are willing to, like new IPs are troublesome for new cartoons have to be really good to take off as an original concept. You have your Powerpuff Girls, you have your Dexter and stuff. I think OKKO is actually in that caliber though. Like I think it's actually like
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like it's a
Absolutely.
genre defining series.
Yeah.
Like you want to make a show like OKKO someday, you know? Like it mixes things in such a glorious way where it's not insulting to any of them. So it's a new IP that I think actually has legs, and I didn't know if it did at first because it had yet to develop and blossom, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And now that I see the story coming together, it's like, oh my God, this is like this is serious business. And I didn't think it wasn't serious work. I always put my all into it, but it was just because I was having fun with my friends doing something cool, like making a cartoon for kids. And now I'm realizing it's not just a cartoon for kids. It's like,
yeah, stuff's gonna happen in the show. I think people are gonna be really pleased with it.
Yeah, there's a story to it, and it's like it's really good. It's like really cool, and I can call stuff back. I can use I can use motifs.
And trust me, I am.
And do remixes and stuff.
Expert on this. My opinion weighs heavy.
You've been seeing all of these pretty much as they've been coming together.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just gushed about this thing I'm working on forever, but I have to get in that mode where I'm just filled with love for it, so that I could just do it right. I just want to do it properly, you know. I'm still getting hyped up. I'm still getting the key is charging right now. So let me see what they mean by these scenes.
Yeah.
152 for 157. It's building. It's integrating a dramatic building beat, which is what I have in mind anyway. But let me just make sure through 152 through 156 and 157. So that happens. All right, I might have this like Daft Punk high pass fade in, looking like that kind of thing, but lightly, not fully. Let's experiment with that a bit. So wait, first. I mean, the movement of the character's pupils is completely locked to the riff, the synth riff that's playing. Is like that precise. You see that?
Yeah.
So I gotta keep that in there. But it's gotta be the beat, it's gotta be even more banging. We gotta use Brian's drums.
Yeah.
See how it syncs?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple things. There's a bunch of them. I get it.
All right, so wait, 157 I'm looking for. Let me see that again. That's when I'm going to have like, it's going to be a drop.
Yeah.
That's the most dramatic thing I could do there.
Yeah.
Or like a, you know, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, man, I gotta go fucking nuts on this, dude. I gotta go absolutely hog wild on this song. And the hours are ticking away. Will he make it or not? Of course I will. I always do, but I gotta get going. I gotta get this going. I gotta get going on this. I gotta get this like charged up, absolutely like nuclear overdrive mode engaged. I gotta like get to that point. I'm getting there fast. Like as I'm watching this and I'm seeing the notes and stuff, it's hyping me up for more and more. I get that butterfly feeling in my stomach. You know, when you're going to a school awards ceremony and it's like, you know, you're gonna have to go up on stage and stuff, and but you're getting an award, but still you got to go up on stage and stuff, and it's like it's good, but it's like it's like the trip to when you got a field trip that day and you're going to the science museum and you're like,
I was
breathe.
in grade school theater, man. That's nerve-wracking.
Yeah, dude. But you're excited, you're happy, but it's like, damn, I don't want to fuck up. So let's
So,
Fake it till we make it. Let's screw up until we
children.
stop, basically. Screw up until we're out of time, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll just do those, maybe. So it'll go. And then it'll kind of drop out there. And that's when it kicks back in. So we'll do that later once I can scaffold it and it doesn't sound like I just clipped out half the song.
Yeah.
I gotta build stuff around it and I'm not ready yet. That's why I get choice paralysis, because there's so many different areas to build. Like it's like building a Minecraft village. You got to plan the infrastructure. You got to figure out where to put the farm and what's going to go in it, how you're going to structure it. It's like each one of these little areas of the song is like that. Yeah. Each section. So I got to figure out a plan of attack for each one.
All right.
All right. All right, yeah, well, T-Matt, I am that excited kid going to the Science Museum right now, except the Science Museum is in my studio where I work, and it's my job. That's like being a policeman when you grow up. It's like, what the hell? I want to do this for a living, and now I do, and I'm feeling like that kid in the Science Museum, where I'm not sure where to go first. And even routing can't stop an ADHD kid from just wandering and just being like, Right. You try to point him and you're like, check this out. Oh my God, yeah, but, whoa, cool. Marbles, Oh no, is that VR? I wanted to try that, but my older brother says it's just a fad. He's on Reddit a lot. I saw some files on his computer. Apparently, he's trying to make a fusion reactor. All right, so the thing about building up a beat, I got to start it hard. So that it's got to be pre-drop. I can't just do a drop and build up to it, because that's what I'm doing right now pretty much. Like the song kicks in after more or less the drop. That's the drop point in the conventional songwriting sense. You're going to listen for the drop in like Hall & Oates music, Bee Gees. Because they're there. The bass drops at some point when the song kicks in, after the intro and stuff. It's just an intro section. It's what you think of the pre-drop. But it's got a pre-drop. It's got like it builds up and then it goes, it starts out fast with a fast beat. If you're doing like a drum step track or something like that, it'll start out with a pretty heavy beat. But then get busy. Yeah. And so that's not what I'm doing here. But I'm gonna do a really, really good like that kind of the sort of pentatonic riff that's going on in there, and most of this like stuff that you're hearing nowadays that's like really banging. Yeah. Okay. So we're starting. We got to start intense though. It's dramatic building beat during the beginning and the extended scenes when they're doing a thing between those scenes. I mean, I've seen that in Cubase already. I looked at it. I'm going to watch it again. And then dun 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 dun. All right, so I'm gonna bust a bunch of this stuff in. I gotta just start creating my side chains because that's gonna be a predominant sound in this is the side chain. This is the sound of music today. Side chain to hell. That's a banging beat. That's what it sounds like. You gotta make room for the kick drum by getting everything else the hell out of the way for that split second when the kick drum is there. It's like you gotta like really get it out of the way so that you can hear the groove pumping because the pumping groove is what gets people's butts moving.
Yeah.
It gets dance floor hopping.
Oh yeah.
Get busy. I'm trying to do that. You know, the one that they have in FL. You know. All right. That they all like chop up and use in an ironic way. And then a metronome. For sidechaining, I just use everything built into Ableton. You can sidechain in Ableton with its built-in plugins and infrastructure. I just use its built-in compressor for everything. It's never failed me. All of my soundtracks just have that. That's all it is.
That's awesome.
I just use the built-in shit. It's awesome. It's good enough for them to release in their flagship product intended for professional self-contained use. It's good enough for me to not care about doing boutique stuff.
Uh-huh.
I just don't care enough. And it's really efficient and it's really easy to use and configure. So it's very well integrated into my workflow, which is the Ableton workflow. So I like using their built-in stuff whenever I can. All their built-in effects.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to use an LFO for this. I'm going to sidechain it with a kick the old-fashioned way, with a blip track.
Oh.
That's my trigger, because I want things fading in on my watch with traditional compression. I can control it better that way in the mix, like by force of habit. I'm not gonna use a plugin for that at any time. I'm just gonna use the built-in thing. What's this? BS that I'm gonna keep that in there and use it as an element. Piano twinkle. A twinkler. I gave us a twinkler. Oh, the orchestra.
Oh.
Yeah. Orchestra. I'm not gonna involve any more orchestra in this track. Whoa, yeah. Ranch me up, Rotendo. Anyway, I think this show is something special and it's inspiring me to do my best work. It's the whole point of that long-winded rant about like original IPs being like you got to do it right to get it to hit, you know? And I think they're doing it here. I like truly believe that they've actually got a hit on their hands if they market it well, if they get behind it and they really put support into it and love. Like I've seen so far, like they seem to be really behind it. Like they really believe in it. Everyone working on it is like a super hyped to be working on it because it seems like magic.
Yeah,
you know?
it is.
Like I can't believe it exists.
Yeah.
And it's getting better and weirder and cooler as the episodes go. Like this one is out. It's out of this world. It's like completely weird. There's so many weird animations. You know how in SpongeBob where they just do those weird little animations for no real reason to show how something's happening and it's like the thing will melt on top of the table and it's just like, well, that was cool to look at. Like, I don't even know why they did that. It's just to be weird. And they do a lot of that in this. There's a lot of like strange animation. Like they'll animate a letter, like a word, you know, Yellow Submarine style in the real world and make it do stuff. Like what was it, Batitude? That the word Batitude appeared, and then they did this elaborate effect shot of it like disintegrating into the wind.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, that's a lot of effort to put into that effect. Yeah. And they love doing that stuff. It's all over the place. Yeah. And you start to spot them. You watch the episodes to see what they do next, like which cool tricks they're gonna do, and then along the way you fall in love with all the characters. Like I love all of them. Yeah, I love the hyper-realistic zoom-ins, too. We do some reaction shots that are drawn somewhat realistically with, like, you know, hair follicles and stuff, but it's not a lot of that. There's no gross-out humor, really. No. There's some juvenile gags and stuff, but it's not, there's no toilet humor or anything in there. It's pretty, there's occasional, you know. But it's not a kiddie show like that. It's for refined kids who want to be heroes, basically, and adults who are getting there. All right, cool. All right, let's just start throwing in drum loops one after the next and chopping them up. Let's make this happen. First, I'm going to do a battery track for the main kick and stuff. Man, I've done this a million times. I've made so many tracks in dance music style. And it never stops being fun. It never gets old. Honest truth. I mean, I'm kind of weary. I have that sort of like, you know, I guess you would call it like Bill Murray reluctance, where it's like, all right, I'll do it again.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, I'll eat more cake for the testing purposes, you know. Oh, fine, you know, that resolution of like, you know, man, I've been down this road and I've done some cool stuff that like I don't want to have to go to those heights again and do those things, you know, with that level of finesse again.
Right.
So it's a lot of work, but all right, you know.
Yeah.
You want to try to, but I know I'm not going to get there by doing it, you know. It's I'm only going to get there by accident. Like it's I can't will myself into a good song. It's got to happen. It's got to like be there.
Yeah.
So I got to come up with the ideas and stuff. I don't think I want to start with the 909. I'm going to build my own I'm just going to load a kick and just do kick stuff. Maybe I'll do the snare too. I can route them separately if I want, but it's just easier to just do a kick channel. Start with my old alphabet standby. That's a pretty big kick. Apparat's cool. I like it's a little too tonal though with the hi-hat in there. Arena's always good. That's a pretty dancey hit.
Yeah.
Now, do I want to start it off with a beat? Because that's what's missing in the other track. It's like, do, but there's no real kick. Yeah, I do. I'm going to start it with a super funky bass line. Super funky bass line.
All right.
And then have the rest of it fading in. Man, it sounds almost like a real guitar if you're like an android, basically.
Yeah.
If you were a humanoid android playing guitar, this is what you would sound like. In like the year 3500.
On some asteroid floating through space.
God, after school special, Kaufman here. All right, let's do this. Group. We're starting a group here, and it is going to be called Backing. Drums get their own section. But I'm not even going to use his drums right now. Except as reference. Don't worry, they're going in. Don't worry, I'm not getting rid of Brian. I could never do that. Where's that orchestra? Get out of here. Get out of here, stalker. Yeah, I gotta change the I may even have it phasing in. I'm gonna do a filter sweep on it. So let's lay down the beat. Metronome on. Gladiators ready. Nice, everything's blaring right now.
Right.
Let's turn everything down. Way down. Mm-mm. So that's where it really needs to kick in. So
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Step out for a sec, get some coffee.
Yo,
I'll be right back.
word.
You want any water or anything? Cool.
No.
Cool.
Jake before zombie work mode. Yeah, well. There's no the yet, even. It's more like having a young adult fiction novel get sent back because they're turning it into like a mainstream adult novel. But the other way around is getting turned into young adult fiction, which has to be more intense, because there's so much more competition right now. All this young adult fiction is like, you gotta be with the times. You gotta know what you're doing.
Oh, come on. Woo! I'm gonna do some guitar jangling. That's the rockabilly section for some reason. I mean, I know why, but I can't tell you. There we go. I don't know if Brian does it. Years of practice. Ah. Okay, let's turn the metronome down a little bit. It's a little bit loud right now. I don't even need it anymore. What am I doing? I don't need the metronome. Turn that off. Yes, yes, yes. There we go. Nice, 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 nice. Can I slice through? I can. Entire track folders. Oh yeah. Give it to me. Get my grid set. Yeah, but I still gotta select everything and move it all. All right. What's still going? Oh, there. The kick there. What? What? Is it a piano still going in there? No. What's still playing? Oh, this. Bass. Check it out. This sounds like butt right now, but watch. I just kind of started working halfway through. I gotta make this track bigger because I gotta do guitar manipulation. So I need to put a snare in there, a big freaking snare. A big freaking snare that sounds in your head. A big snare. Gonna use some hunting implements here. Alright. Let's put this in here. I don't think I need to keep these any longer. Group them and kill them. Put them away forever. Never speak of this again. Man, when we keep these orchestra hit channels, it's like screen real estate. I gotta scroll past all the time. Nah, you know what? F it. Where we're going, we don't need orcs or humans. It's Android territory. Okay. All right. So now that I have a kick drum, I'm gonna take this and make it independent of the kick. Duplicate that, and then go over here. Delete the battery. Put in a massive right there. So now I have this. Right? Bear with me. Now I have a trigger in synthesis form. Take this attack way down. Make the oscillator Restart via gate, so it's always a crisp signal to start the gate off. Hear that nice snap in the beginning of it now? I don't know if the audio, if the compression destroys that anyway, but anyway. I can use this to trigger any gate anywhere and make it as long as I want it. So there's your LFO. I can just make it fade up until it sounds right. I can just dial it in like 20 seconds. And then copy it somewhere else and change it. Oh! So let's go into the backing track. Drag this there. And then sidechain from, well, it's going to be called kick trigger. It's 13 massive. Cool. So I'm going to call this kick trig. Yeah. Backing. Oh, how lovely. Kick trig as my sidechain input. Now I can listen to just that. So I verify it's getting into the compressor on the backing track. So I gotta simplify the kick trigger channel so it doesn't do the otherwise you'll never hear anything. It's not going to be that drastic. Don't worry. I know some of you hate sidechain overdose. I'm just illustrating the concept. It already sounds so much better just with that sidechain making it breathe. That's the most fundamental tip to making music that sounds dancey. Let it breathe with the sidechain a little bit. Don't overdo it. Keep it classy. Or don't as an effect. Sometimes some entire genres need to be like whoop, 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 like total silence, click like 50 milliseconds and then whoop, like it's gotta go straight down to zero, infinity reduction. Just make it silent and then come back up. But not this one. But it's going to go more drastic than that, though. Because this is going to start out. See, I don't even have to do any weird new production techniques that are like modern production techniques, because I could just combine. What modern production techniques are essentially doing is combining the sound of 2012-13 with the sound of like 1992. And just getting there, and then 5 and 96, you know. So I just combine those two things, and I'm gonna sound like stuff that you'd want to listen to. But we're not yet. We go counting our bars before lunch. Are we refreshing or lagging? Is our internet? Please tell me it's not. Let me refresh. We seem to still be up. Good. The drums are still coming through from this, and they need to be here. All right. Let's get a Wolf compressor on here. Get it really crunched down. Come on, where's my interface? Are you gonna crash on me? Oh, there it is. It's up there. I was like, it's not coming up. That's a bad sign. Transient Master secret magic plugin. This thing is amazing. It makes anything sound snappier or less snappy. Or sustain more or less. I need to get that hum out of there. Let's start here and let's make the cue. Whoops, way high. Hear all that resonance? Ooh, yeah, crunchy. Let's take it away. Nice. I might even be able to gate it. Let's try gating it based on signal level. Surgical strike. Oh. You can do all kinds of robotic effects in here. I can't do a reverse from there. No, because MIDI. What? There. Come on. Save these as clips. No, I can't do much with that. I'm gonna have to reverse them individually. Here you go. No. I don't want to crossfade there. Triplet grid time. Triplet. Sorry, I just start randomly doing fictitious routines. Back from triplet grid. That's not supposed to be in there. Go away. Bass. It's gonna be a growly bass. It's not supposed to sound like that. There's something else that goes in there, the snare stuff. You'll see. It'll be groovy as hell once it goes in. It sounds glitchy now. Yeah. Oh, where did that even go? Undo insert device. I don't even know if it went onto the right track. I got to put a compressor on this track. Let's go. Hey, what's up, Mountain Dew? What's up, Shabo? Or B0, Shabo B0? I don't know. How do you say that? I want to say it right. I'm making music for a cartoon right now. For an anime, an American anime. Which pretty much it is. There's just anime references all over the show. It's awesome. It's freaking hilarious. It's a great show in the making. I'm like serious. I'm not even overhyping this. It's a good cartoon. So I'm doing a super climactic remix of an original Prince track that doesn't exist that I made yesterday, and now I'm making a remix of it. So I'm about to get housey up in here. It's gonna be funky. I'm gonna get some Daft Punk bass going. It's gonna be good. You'll see. I gotta take the whistle out of this one too, so I'm gonna copy this onto the other track. Much quieter now. There's still a little bit of ring though. And I also want to take band 1 down. Disable band 2 and take band 1 down. I can apply additional shaping with an EQ3. It's a jury rig, but it'll work. I'll take it. I don't want to just put another... I need to trim down those lower mids a bit. Why don't I just... There you go. Take the Q all the way down. I'm in my element. I'm working on this freaking remix and having a blast at 2 in the morning. Yeah, baby! We're doing it to it! Getting it done. People are counting on this being done in the morning. It's not going to just come out of nowhere like that. Don't worry. I'm putting all kinds of grooves in there. I just got to that one first. It's going to be all kinds of messed up all over the place. I'm going to chop and screw this. Like, you're not going to recognize parts of the original song at all. I need to put this near the backing so I can grab them all together. Ah, warp. Ah, I want to grab the second part of it. Yeah, I got to start it here. Yeah. Let's get some rude boy bass in here. I just need a tiny bit. Yeah. Tubing through it whistling style. I need to group the bass and put the compressor over the top of all of it. Put that in the group here. Bass. Bass! How low can you go? Alright, it's with 3 asses. 3 asses. I'm 3 asses high. That's it. I'm gonna have so many massives in this one because I just build these bass lines out of a bunch of plugins. I just make a bunch of different bass presets, patches, and I just play them one by one. And just it's just a bunch of different synths. I'm not like taking some loop that has a bunch of different sounds and I'm making those loops basically. Wait. I need that to not be. I need that to be dry. All right, check it out. No. This is why I love Ableton. Audio is just elastic and you can mess around with it, repitching everything to your heart's desire from a single interface. Oh, it's that. No. Wait. Is it still in a... Oh, because it's soloed. I was like, why does that groove sound so off? Sorry if this sounds totally weird, but this is how I chop up music. I'm hearing what I'm going to do with these things as I'm going, and I got to chop and surgically cut out parts and stretch things around and put them into place. Bow wow. Oh, I need to change the curve here. There we go. See, if you're smart about how you use your presets, you change it to be unrecognizable. Same thing you do with musical ideas. And then you do this. But I need to not have effect. And no release. Ha ha ha. Voicing, ask. Oh, wait, oh. Samples, guitar. What is this? What is that? Get out of here with that noise. See what I have in the wave loops. Music loops. Synth loops, guitar. They're always just weird. I need some good guitar libraries. Alright, I'm gonna use that. Just drag it in. Alright, now we start layering on drum beats. Let's find some of these out here. The project is starting unmanageable with drum ahead of time. Let's go. Well, let's make a little progress on headwind editing the details. I need to grab that. Yeah, that's yeah. I think I want to start it back on that beat. Yeah. Unless I do a triplet that out there. Oh, it's always harder to do it in triplet. Quantize settings, 16th triplet. Of course I didn't get it right. All right, I need to sidechain it more deeply and get the bass groove going, because this has got to transform, take flight. It still sounds like the original song souped up, so we got to take it in new places. It's got glitches all over it and stuff, but you'll see it start to come together. Don't worry. This needs to duck way out of the way with the compressor. It doesn't even have a compressor on it. Oh, this does. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Got another bass track going here. Here we go. No. First note. That's it. That's all I need from the synth for right now. Oh, wait, this shouldn't be. All right. Bass track can go down a bit. Overall. Another massive night. Indeed. I'm just picking the right timbre to do this sort of like shifting. It's gonna be a cool bass line. Nah. No, I don't even know if I want to do that square bass there. Saw. Let's take it towards saw. I need to make the cutoff instant on this. There you are, my pretty. There we go. Yes. Yes, really. Yeah. There we go. That's just all it has to do for now. What is that? No. Font settings. 16th. Yeah. Another massive. No, let's do an FM8 for this one. We're building a complextro baseline, one synth at a time. And let's do a serum for the final one. Oh. Where is it? Sugar bites, right? Yeah. Serum. Well, no. That's there you go. This is my new massive, but I'm still growing into it. That's a little too much. There you go. And then another serum. And then a like something like that. Put a drum loop in here from House Improvements. No, I want drum loops. Ah. Oh, come on. No, no, no. Nice. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I want to make that you. Voicing. I'm gonna rotate. Gotta enable overdub recording. It sounds busy right now, but watch what happens when I sidechain it. Watch what happens when we add a sidechain. But I'm not done building it yet. Cool. Alright. Go back into my house directory here. Rebel House has got some cool, dirty jams. Not that. Good ass, like, classic house loops. I gotta turn my cue up so I can hear what I'm doing. It's got a really vintage sound, but I'm not gonna use that one. I gotta get a good solid house beat going, and then I'm gonna put on some Brazilian percussion. Not a samba full on track, but like it's gonna have some elements of that in there. I have so many drum libraries. I have so many Like, ooh. I need more like organic. I need to not have it that swingy either. This is like if I'm trying to do like format B stuff, like minimal techno. Yeah, I'm like. These are just goofy. Come on. Let's put the full on just to show you what it sounds like layered on in there. That's actually not that bad. I need to take off this like this little hook in there. Fuck it, we'll go to overdrive. I don't want it to be too swingy. This isn't supposed to be like Circus Fun Ground land. This isn't like line at the Nintendo booth at E3 or something like that, where they have like freaking Axel F House remixes and stuff. That stuff is overkill. It has a place and a time, and it's not here and now. Ah. That little triplet roll at the end there. Ah. All right, check it out. Yeah. I need to take off that attack in there. I got a good easy morph. That sounds gross. Nah. Take a mount. Take your. There we go. Mm. No. This is so complex. Good lord. There you go. Now. All right, cool. So gotta take the bass further down out of here. It's getting there. It's starting to take shape. Yeah. Yeah, there is a whole genre called complextro. I write it. That's what this is. I don't like that vo in there. Yeah, dude. Boo-doo. I gotta get that other snare in there. It's not right without the 909 distorted. All right, I'm gonna put in a snare roll here. Get it going. I have a whole library of snare rolls. They're really good. Drum rolls and fills. Trans Sennheiser. Sennheiser makes the weirdest, like, the most specific, like, It's almost like content for a farm simulator. It's like very specific tractors. They do extremely specific parts of music, such as I don't even have to make one of these. It just has it in this, but I'm gonna chop it up and make it filtered and stuff. I just find I don't want it to go like that. I could probably use the beginning of that part. Oh God. What is it? 135? Good. No. It's too long. I gotta do a short one. These are so dumb. That's a cool little loop I could put in there, but I can't do that by itself. Also 135. Plugins. Where are all my VSTs? There you go. Oh. Snare. Burp. Grrr. Toms. Nope. Oh, come on. All right, cool. Wait. I'm gonna use a snare sample for this. Come on. Back to the 80s. Yeah. Drum sounds. This is so weak. No, because that's got reverb in it. Space Jam drums. So let's chop that up. Hey, get over there. Uh, oops. Man, I gotta get even deeper in there. Come on. Ah! Ah. Ah. Now is when we sidechain. The new base. Everything right away, President Zimbabwe. Where's my bass? Bass. All right, compressor goes. Compressor does not dance. Compressor does your bass. Compressor does your. Oh, come on, come down here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No, wait, where is it? Oh no, on my complextro bass. Where are you? Where's my group? It's just one of those days when you can't find a bass. Oh man, screw it. I'm gonna bail out of this one. Where is it? Oh, I minimized it. That's why I can't see it. I'm like, all right, so where is it? It's the group. It's this. Son of a. So where's my bass? This is what happens when you get this many channels. I usually have like a giant monitor so I can see all this stuff at once, but I gotta scroll a bunch. Call me Scrollex. Or don't. Where's the bass channel that I just had? There it is. Okay, here we go. Great. Just a compressor. That's where it needs to be. We're starting to get there. I gotta layer on a bunch more samples and drum loops and freaking samba loops and freaking like freaking all kinds of like Latin percussion too. Just all kinds of just ridiculous bells and whistles happening. Where is it? I don't need that triplet. I just need to go boom wah. Ah, come on. Fades. Need to have it quieter in this section. I can't control the clip volume except with the volume control. Nah. Ah.